Hello, everyone. Have you ever stopped to wonder what truly separates a life of incredible success from a life filled with regret? For years, we've been told it's talent, that some people are just born smarter, more gifted, luckier. We've been told it's luck, being in the right place at the right time. We've been told it's opportunity, having doors open for us that remain shut for others. But today, I want to tell you a truth that might make you a little uncomfortable. A truth that deep down, perhaps all of us already know. The real difference between where you are right now and where you desperately want to be isn't talent, it isn't luck, and it isn't opportunity. That difference, in one single word, is discipline. It's that simple. Discipline. 1. The compounding effect of small habits, and here's the part most of us don't want to hear. You already know exactly what you need to do. The real question isn't how. The real question is, will you do it? Let me tell you a story, a classic example that illustrates this perfectly. Imagine two young people, both 25 years old. They have the same job, the same income, the same environment, the same opportunities. The first person decides to read 30 pages of a good book every day. The second person decides to watch 30 minutes of entertainment news and scroll through social media. The first person decides to save 10% of their income. The second person decides to spend everything they make and maybe just a little more on the credit card. The first person decides to exercise for 30 minutes every day. The second person decides they're too tired and deserve a break on the sofa. What happens? After 1 week, nothing, no difference. You can't tell them apart. After 1 month, still nothing. After 1 year, maybe a slight edge. The person who reads is a little more knowledgeable. The person who saves has a small nest egg. The person who exercises feels a bit better, but nothing life-changing. But after 5 years, the difference starts to become clear. And after 10 years, my friends, they are living in two completely different worlds. One person might be running their own business, has a solid investment portfolio, is in great health, and has the respect of everyone around them. The other person might still be complaining about their job, still living paycheck to paycheck, and still wondering why life is so unfair. What created that earth-shattering difference? It wasn't one big event. It wasn't winning the lottery. It wasn't some miracle opportunity. It was discipline. Tiny, daily disciplines repeated with consistency over time. That is the whole secret. And here's the other side of that coin, the tragedy we so often fall into. Tiny errors in judgment, repeated consistently over time, will create a life of disappointment and regret. You see, it's not the one piece of cake that destroys your health. It's eating it every single day for 20 years. It's not skipping the gym once that ruins your fitness. It's consistently finding an excuse not to go for years. It's not one impulsive purchase that makes you broke. It's the habit of spending more than you earn day after day. The problem with these small errors, on the day they happen, they seem insignificant. That is the trap. On any given day, it doesn't seem to matter if you read a book or watch a movie. The scale doesn't instantly change because you chose the hamburger over the salad. Your bank account doesn't collapse because you spent an extra $50. 2. The price of discipline versus the weight of regret. But here is what I have learned. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs tons. And you must choose. You have to choose which weight you are willing to carry. Will you choose to carry the weight of discipline, the temporary discomfort of waking up early, of saying no to dessert, of saving instead of spending? Or will you choose to carry the weight of regret, the soul-crushing pain of looking back at your life in 10, 20 years and realizing who you could have become, what you could have had, if only you had been willing to do those simple things? The choice is yours, but you cannot avoid choosing. Not choosing is a choice. It's choosing regret. 3. What is discipline? So let's be clear. What is discipline really? Most of us get this wrong. We think discipline is punishment. We think it's deprivation, suffering, white-knuckling your way through life. No, that's not discipline. That's just misery. Real discipline is simply the choice between what you want now and what you want most. It's the decision that the person you want to become in the future is more important than the comfort you feel right now. It's the understanding that every choice you make, no matter how small, is either moving you closer to your goals or further away from them. There is no neutral ground. You are not standing still. You are either moving up or you are sliding down. Think about it this way. Every day, you can choose to eat an apple. Is it easy to do? Yes, very easy. But you can also choose not to eat an apple. Is that easy? Yes, also very easy. No one is forcing you. And if you don't eat it today, what bad thing happens? Nothing. That's the problem. Everything that is easy to do is also easy not to do. Reading 10 pages? Easy. Not reading 10 pages? Also easy. Saving $20? Easy. Spending $20? Easier. The choice between those two easy things, that is where discipline lives. And here's another secret. When you practice discipline, you are building self-respect. You are proving to yourself that you can keep a promise to yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, especially when you don't feel like it, you are casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. 4, action regardless of emotion. Most of us are waiting. We wait for the perfect moment. We wait until we feel motivated. We wait for conditions to be just right. The truth is, the perfect moment never comes. And more importantly, you will never feel like doing the hard things. You will never wake up and shout, "Yes, I am so excited to eat a salad today." You will never jump out of bed at 5 a.m. and say, "I can't wait to go for a run in the rain." Successful people don't act based on their feelings. If they only did what they felt like doing, they'd be just like everyone else, on the sofa, watching TV. They act in spite of their feelings. Discipline does not wait for motivation. Discipline is what you do when you have zero motivation. That is the entire point. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Discipline is reliable. It's a commitment. And here's the irony. Motivation isn't the cause of action. Motivation is the result of action. When you discipline yourself to do the thing and you get it done, you feel good. That good feeling is the motivation to do it again tomorrow. You must act first. The feeling will follow. 5, discipline creates freedom. We often think of discipline as a restriction, a prison. I can't do what I want. Wrong. That is backward thinking. Discipline is the foundation, the only key to your freedom. Think about it. The person with financial discipline, who saves and invests, has the freedom to quit the job they hate, to start a business, to travel. The person with no discipline, who spends everything, is trapped. They are a slave to their bills, to their job. The person with health discipline, who exercises and eats well, has the freedom to play with their grandkids, to climb a mountain at 60, to live without pain. The person with no discipline, who neglects their body, is trapped by physical limitations in a doctor's office. The person with learning discipline, who reads and learns, has the freedom to create opportunities, to advance, to understand the world. The person with no discipline, who neglects their mind, is trapped in ignorance by the opportunities they can't even see. A lack of discipline looks like freedom for a moment. I can eat whatever I want, but it is a prison in the long run. Discipline looks like a prison for a moment. I have to go to the gym, but it is the path to true freedom. 6, the ripple effect of discipline. Applying discipline in life. The amazing part is that when you develop discipline in one area, it spills over into every other area. Why? Because you're not just practicing an action, you are practicing becoming the person you want to be. And that person shows up everywhere. On finances, the formula is simple. Earn more than you spend and invest the difference. Pay yourself first. Before you pay any bill, take 10-15% and put it away, invest it. That is discipline on time. This is the one thing you can never get back. Discipline with your time means you protect your hours. It means saying no to things that do not serve your goals. It means turning off the TV and picking up a book. On health, your body is the only vehicle you have to get through life. Health discipline means you feed it good food, you give it rest, you move it every day, you don't abuse it, you don't neglect it. On your mind is a garden. Whatever you plant, it will grow. Discipline of the mind means you are selective about what you feed it. Read good books, listen to uplifting content, associate with positive people. 7, how to build discipline. So, How do you start? This all sounds overwhelming. Here is the key. Do not try to change your entire life overnight. That doesn't work. You will fail and you will quit. Instead, start with one thing, just one. Pick one area where you know you need to be better. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's reading 10 pages a day. Maybe it's taking a 20-minute walk every evening. Maybe it's drinking one more glass of water today. Make it small enough that you know you can do it, but significant enough that it matters. And then do it every single day, no exceptions. No matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, you do that one thing. When you keep that one small promise to yourself, you build momentum. You prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. And once that one thing is solid, once it's automatic, you add another and then another. Before you know it, you have transformed your life, not with one giant leap, but with thousands of tiny, consistent steps. You will have days where you fail. You will have days where discipline goes out the window. That does not mean you are a failure. It means you are human. The question is not if you will fall. The question is what you will do after you fall. Will you use it as an excuse to quit, or will you use it as a lesson to get better? Discipline is not about perfection. It is about consistency. It's about getting up one more time than you fall down. If you miss a day, do not beat yourself up. Just make sure you do not miss 2 days in a row. Conclusion. My friends, your life today is the sum of all the decisions you have made up to this point. Every choice, every discipline you either practiced or neglected has led you to exactly where you are standing. And here is the best news of all. Your life tomorrow will be the sum of the decisions you begin to make today. You cannot change your past, but you can absolutely change your future. And it starts with one disciplined choice right now. Don't wait. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now. Start small. Start with one thing and watch what happens. Watch it build. Watch it grow. Watch it change everything, because that is the power of discipline. My question for you tonight is, what is the one small discipline you will start today that your future self will thank you for? Choose wisely. Thank you.